All right, going live right quick. I got some time to spare. I got like about like 20, 30 minutes. So, I'll do a live stream right quick, before I head to work. All right, we a few days away. Hey, what's going on? A few days away from the NBA Finals. NBA Finals began on Thursday. What's up? It will be the Golden State Warriors versus the Toronto Raptors. And some people believe that the Toronto Raptors will win this series. Hey, that's fine with me. I have my prediction on the eve of the finals, who I think is going to win, why they going to win. You know, it's shameful how the media has just did with Kevin Durant, and it's just shameful what they do with the NBA, period. You know, hopefully not. It was funny, man. Quest talked about that on his channel, man. I think if I don't even want to do that. I think if Drake like got the shit knocked out of him, like not fired on, but like somebody just like bumped into him and knocked him into the stands, I think that'll be good. So, because Drake be doing too much. Because one, you shouldn't have nobody going in the huddles. You shouldn't be letting that dude interact with the players and none of that shit. It ain't got nothing to do with hating. What's going on, man? Ain't got nothing to do with hate, but Drake being too much part of the game. I mean, just sit in your seat. You can stand up near your seat and watch the game, but when you start walking the floor, that's a different type of story. Well, he might, but more than likely Kawhi gonna be the Finals MVP if they pull it off. Kawhi is like playing out of his mind. So I mean, I don't know about him playing like Michael Jordan, but I don't know about him playing like Michael Jordan, but he's playing out of his mind. You got to do it. He got to do it like 4 more times before we make the Michael Jordan comparison. But he's playing very well though. So, and then I know AJ is fight week with him. AJ is just so full of shit. Now this dude is trying to play victim, trying to make it look like he just was. Yeah, the Warriors on a mission too. I think that people selling the Warriors short too. I think the Warriors should be shown more respect, but then again, the mass media want to see the Warriors lose so bad to where they just jumping on any bandwagon they could. If it was the Milwaukee Bucks, they would be on the Milwaukee Bucks bandwagon. People just don't want this team to succeed. Skip Bayless, Skip Bayless just is who he is. Skip Bayless is a tyrant, and they know he a tyrant. With guys like Skip Bayless, you have to roast them. You have to remind them, because I think Skip Bayless feels himself a little too much. Skip Bayless has failed at everything he ever did as far as sports go. This is a dude that averaged 1.1 points per game in high school. Okay, this is a dude that was a failure, and he came with that typical excuse, oh, the coach didn't like me and all that type of shit. If that's the case, fine. Because I can say that same thing when I was about to play football. I was always, I wanted to play wide receiver, but then the coach asked me, could I play tight end? And like I said before, I'm not tall enough to play tight end. I was only like 5'5", like I grew to be like 5'11", but I was only like 5'7" back then. How the fuck I'm gonna be a tight end? Most tight ends are like 6'3" and up. So I could have used that same excuse. When he asked me to play tight end, I was like, well, fuck this football shit. That was pretty much it. I could be sitting up saying that shit. Skip Bayless just hate. I don't know why that guy wanted me to play tight end. I was not even remotely tall enough to play tight end. So, I mean, it is what it is, man. But, you know, whatever. If I would have played running back, that might have been a different story. But, well, that's what position my son played. He played safety, cornerback. And then he just started boxing. So, I mean, my son is pretty fast. My son is like 6 feet. Yeah, it was at Fremont High in Oakland. The Warriors hate ain't never gonna go away. Prediction on Manny Pacquiao, Keith Thurman around July, maybe the eve of the fight. I already told you who I think gonna win the fight. I mean, I think Keith Thurman is gonna win this fight. I mean, I could be wrong, but I think Keith Thurman is going to win this fight. I think Keith Thurman is going to do a number on Manny Pacquiao. I think Keith Thurman is getting in Manny Pacquiao's head. I think it's working, and I think Manny Pacquiao going to go into that fight determined to knock Keith Thurman out, and I think that's going to be his downfall. And I think he gonna come lounging in and charging towards Keith Thurman. He gonna be reckless, and I think Keith Thurman is gonna turn Manny Pacquiao. Keith Thurman's footwork is better than what we give him credit for. I think Keith Thurman know what's on the line. He know if he loses to Manny Pacquiao that his everything drained. So I think Keith Thurman is going to do a number on Manny Pacquiao. If Keith Thurman, like I said, if Keith Thurman loses this fight, he should retire. Well, of course there wasn't no hate for Boston because one, it was two white guys it was Larry Bird, Kevin McHale, Danny Ainge. So of course they would go, and they in Boston. Boston, one of the most historically racist cities, period. So of course they were talking about they should break up. I told you it only started with the Warriors, and it started with KD. The one that really started Stephen A. Smith, because he had a gripe with Kevin Durant, because Kevin Durant checked him about like predicting where he was gonna go, and Stephen A. Smith had it in for Kevin Durant ever since. And the thing is, I really think to a certain degree, some of these players should start pulling up on some of these sports analysts, these analysts, and all that type of shit, because I think it's a matter of time somebody gonna gorilla check Skip Bayless. You know, CJ McCollum already then got that Skip Bayless. I think somebody really is. What you doing? I think somebody is it's gonna happen one day. It's gonna happen, and I think it's gonna be. I think one day you're gonna have another Malice at the Palace too if they don't stop it with these fans. Like I keep saying with Drake, the NBA need to tell Drake, you need to chill. You can cheer all you want, but don't approach the bench. Don't go where the bench is. Don't be walking the floor because you just a fan. Because I know he got into it with, if I'm not mistaken, Kendrick Perkins. I know he was ready to lay hands on Drake. Oh, I didn't even get a chance to see that fight. I was like, running some errands, but I heard that Trout got beat, and I heard he got beat decisively. But I could be wrong. I didn't see the fight, so I don't have an honest assessment of what happened in that fight. Now Drake Nah, Drake is worse than Spike Lee. Spike Lee never like got on the floor and was going, interacting with the coaches and all that type of shit. Nah, Spike Lee never, he'd be finger pointing and talking shit, but it never got to the point to what Drake was doing, where Drake is like, walking on the floor and shit and touching the coach and all that type of shit. It never got to that point with Spike Lee. So that's just a little different. Like I told you before, I have no problem with Drake cheering on his team. It's just the other extra shit he be doing, and Adam Silver need to put a halt to that real quick, because the finals is the finals, and you want the finals to just happen with not nothing weird happening. Yeah, Drake tries to put himself in the game. Like, I think if he does that with the Warriors, like he start fucking with Stephen Curry just go start like nailing threes. It would be in his best interest to just watch the game and just be quiet. But we gonna find out. I think this is Stephen Curry's opportunity to prove that he's a legend, which he is. I think this is Stephen Curry's moment. I think this is Klay Thompson's moment. I still think the Warriors have enough to beat. I think they have enough to beat Toronto. I really do. I think they have enough. I keep saying that Toronto don't like exactly have the experience, except for a couple of players. But like I said, we about to find out. I don't even think the Warriors, this is gonna be the Warriors' job. The Warriors' job is to get one. It doesn't matter if they win or lose game one. They need to just get one of those games. If the Warriors get one of those games, if they get one of those games in Toronto, I think they'll be fine. They don't have to go up 2-0. It would help, but I think all they need is to get one. The Warriors' job is going to be to just get one. I think what's going to be pivotal, you guys, is like the first half, the officiating, because a lot of times Stephen Curry don't get his calls. He get nailed. Klay Thompson get nailed. And I think you guys watch the officiate in the first half. That's going to be a key factor also. Rebounding. What's up, man? Rebounding. Crashing the boards. Draymond Green is going to be very pivotal in second chance points for the Warriors. Crashing the boards, grabbing rebounds, kicking it out to the perimeter, inside shooting. If the Warriors make their threes, they're going to win this series going away. If the Warriors and the Warriors play just solid defense. I think what the Warriors going to do, they might come with a plan. Let Kawhi get his, but we going to shut down everybody else. Basically to where even if he averages 35 points a game, they're not going to win this series. Is because he's going to get shots, but they're going to keep the other people from making shots. He may make one shot, and then the Warriors make the next three, and then they get a miss from Toronto, and then the Warriors, that's what they're going to try to do. They're going to try to put it to where Kawhi has to do everything. And and that's what I would do. I would be like, let Kawhi score his points. Let him score his points. We're going to target Lowry. We're going to target the other dude. We're going to target the bench. This is going to be fun, y'all.